So I had some news I wanted to share with you today. First I'm going to go through some content that I've just added to the course. We'll go over what that is. So if you've already bought the course, you get lifetime updates for free. If you haven't bought the course yet, maybe this will be a good insight of what's in the course and see if that's something that would be a good fit for you. But then after we go through what I added to the course, I also want to talk to you a little bit about changes I see happening as things slowly get opened from the shutdowns from coronavirus. All right, so if you log into Fix and List Secrets, you got the modules over here on your left. And if you go over here to module 5, actually here, in case you haven't bought the course yet, I'm going to expand all these out so you can kind of see what's in here. So there's all these lessons inside the modules, right? So there's some case studies, the templates for all the contracts, some bonus lessons on some lessons I've learned along the way. Managing Google Ads moving forward. There's just lots of lessons on all the sections, all the things you've got to build out and how to set your company up and how to run it. And it's set up so that in the first week you go through these, week 2 and 3 you go through these, right? And if you follow along at the pace that I kind of lay out here, at the end of 8 weeks, you have an entire business up and running. All right, but here is what I added to the course this morning. So if you go to module 5, closing deals, how to convert a seller lead into a customer, this whole lesson is about how you're going to relate with the customer when you're in their house, right? So if you do what I suggest you do and you use realtor partners to close your deals, then you're not the one that's going to actually go on the meetings and need what's in this lesson. You're going to share this lesson with a realtor partner because you're going to give your leads to realtor partners. Realtor partners are going to go close those deals for you. But let's say instead you're a realtor and you want to go on the appointments on your own, which I don't think is a very good way to leverage your time. But if that's where you're at, then you'll do this on your own. But the major balance is you're trying to build rapport with this seller, but at the same time, you're also trying to pay attention to the house so you can put the numbers together to present them with the offer, right? Because without an offer, you can't close the deal. But without rapport, you don't have the trust from the customer to close the deal either. All right, so when you're in the house, you're going to use the spreadsheet that I give everybody there's 20 rows here. And this is a way to really quick and easy while you're in the house get a very accurate estimate of what it's going to cost to renovate that house, right? So in 20 rows, you just go through, how many bathrooms are we going to remodel? How many kitchens? Does it need an appliance package? How many levels of carpet? And you go down through the whole list. And there's certain things that are in every house. And if you pay attention to these things and you fill this sheet out, it's going to give you a really accurate estimate of what it's going to cost to fix that house. But what you'll run into sometimes is a unique situation where maybe you're just doing a countertop and not the whole kitchen, or it's something you might want some more detail in, right? Well, when you're in the house, say that's happening, right? You get to the kitchen. Do I need to renovate the kitchen? Well, instead of saying that I need to renovate one kitchen, maybe you say I'm going to renovate a third of the kitchen, and you put like 0.3 in for that line item, right? Well, that's good enough when you're trying to get the numbers together to close the deal with the seller, but you might want a tool that you can go back to later when you're double checking the numbers before you sign documents with that seller. So maybe your realtor partner takes that lead, they go on the appointment, they fill out the deal, the seller says, yes, I want to move forward. Well, the next step is now you need to go double check those renovation numbers. You're not going to want to sign documents until you know what you're kind of getting into. And this tool that I've added to the course might be helpful for you when you run into things and you're wondering what they cost, right? If you have no experience with flipping houses, this might might be really useful, right? So vinyl siding, how much it is per square feet, masonry, what it's going to cost for brick and painting, and just everything. It's several pages. It's not 20 line items. Right. So you definitely never want to do this in front of the homeowner when you're trying to close the deal, but it might be a good tool to just have to reference if you really are having a hard time figuring out what it's going to cost to fix something up. Right. Another way is just bring your contractor in with you when you go to double check those numbers. That's what I really recommend doing. But if you're going to be the contractor yourself to try to make a little more money and be the middleman and hire out carpenters and different people, this tool might be extremely helpful for you. So that's now included in the course. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now I thought you might want to, kind of see what I'm seeing. I do a lot of deals and bring in a lot of leads, and I'm exposed a lot to the real estate market. And I'm still trying to get rid of my last 3 deals that I had that were fix and flip deals before the coronavirus hit. I've closed 2 new fix and list deals just in the last 5 days. So that's been great. I've been trying to really ramp up the fix and list deals. And I found that sellers, now that the economy has started to open, are really wanting to move forward. So it's really easy right now to close fix and list deals. If you haven't started your advertising yet, now is a great time to be, hurry up, get your machine set up, get everything ready to bring leads in and start running those ads. Because not only are ads cheaper right now than they were before, because there's not as much competition, but sellers are really motivated to get on the market, right? And what I'm seeing in Denver, at least, and I suspect it's probably this way across the nation, it's pretty easy to sell a house right now, right? So they've allowed showings again in Colorado. I just put a house on the market on Thursday. I had 3 showings. Showings weren't even allowed then, but people in this area don't even care. I had it under contract within 1 day. That person ended up getting cold feet on Monday. That's the other thing I'm noticing. It's pretty easy to get a house under contract. And it's also pretty common that houses are falling out of contract. Either people lost their jobs and they can't get funding anymore, or they're freaked out a little bit about what's going to happen with the market, kind of like I am, right? And they change their mind and they walk away from deals. So easy to get it under contract, hard to close. That's kind of been my experience so far. And what's going to happen moving forward? I still feel like it's a situation where if you look at the real estate market as a house, the house is still on fire. Get out of the house. We don't know if they're going to put the fire out in time or not. We don't really know what to expect. So just wait. Do fix and list deals. Don't expose yourself to the market, and try to get out of the houses that you own and take title to, and then just wait. Let's see what happens, right? Maybe it's going to be fine, and maybe housing prices won't go down, and then you can start at it again. But I suspect it's probably not going to be fine, and I do think housing prices are going to drop. I don't know how quick that's going to happen. It's obviously not happening right now. Prices are still holding right now, at least in the Denver area, but I don't know how long that'll hold, and I don't think anyone does right now. Maybe if you're the Fed chairman or the president, you have a better idea, but otherwise you don't. So it's just a high risk time. Why expose yourself to market risks you don't need to? Anyway, if you haven't purchased the course yet, get your 3-day free trial. You get access to all of this stuff, and you can dig right in and start putting your fix and list company together, and you can ramp up part-time while you're at work, start making money putting together fix and list deals, and not take on market risk. And it doesn't take a lot of capital to get started either. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you active in our Facebook group.